I am Star Factory from Sono Cafe of Latam. I have very question for you. In the first time, congrats for the victory. Um, you are one step away from securing a spot in the playoff. All depend on you and the team. How will you prepare for tomorrow's match?
From for tomorrow's match, we'll probably go back to the office after I'm doing this interview and everyone else done with their press obligations. Then we'll go back to the office. We'll go through the game real quick. I'll just tell them what I think they should do better for tomorrow or what we should take away, and then the coaching staff will probably like watch some IMT games, see if there's anything we can abuse or anything like that, and we'll have a quick draft discussion tomorrow before the game. Most likely, I will already have the draft kind of set up, and then I'll just make sure the players are comfortable with it. And then we'll have other people do like some prep and scouting and whatever. So just normal stuff. That'll be our normal match day preparation schedule.
Yeah, good. And to give a different perspective, without giving an important strategy details, how is it to prepare for a split every season?
Uh, um, what was the question again?
How do you prepare for a split the season? So this is your first season as coach. How you prepare the season in this team?
Oh, I didn't prepare because I just like I took over the team 2 weeks ago. Like I was not the head coach, so I didn't really prepare the team for the split at all. I was just kind of assistant coaching, trying to help where I could. Um, and now I'm trying to tell them how I want them to play and all that stuff. I'm sure I didn't pretty much do anything. I'll probably think about that though for the summer split, but right now I'm just focusing on this.
Yeah. With all the change this season, particularly the meta of bot lane with ADCs in the super role, what has been the big challenge so far as coach or as a assistant coach?
Definitely there's like a lot of challenges, but so like first of all, like making the players hear you is harder when I was assistant coach because I couldn't drill it as much and I didn't have much time with the team, so that was hard. It was also kind of hard to uh teach people to play like champions that they weren't like necessarily like comfortable with. Took time and it's hard to like break through. So and as head coach, I would say nothing is really that hard. I feel like everything's pretty smooth. The team is pretty receptive to my feedback. So I guess for the moment I don't really have. It's not really that hard. Like I feel like head coach, it's just easier because I can just do exactly what I want to do, and I don't have to like run all my ideas through the head coach and then like maybe have a time with the players to talk about it. I can just kind of do my thing. So I feel like that's not no problem.
Good, good. And this is your first team as head coach. Includes legends like Björsen and Dolive. Could you describe how you feel about it and what it's like to work with them?
Well, Briggs and Doublelift, they are of course they are long time veterans and they are like good. So it's not that different from normal. They're pretty like down to earth people. They're like very reflected and adaptable, sort of, I would say, because they won many times and they were pros for so long. That doesn't come out of nowhere. They're doing something right. I would say on some topics and some things they're a bit stuck in their way, but not because they don't try, but something they're just better at some things than others. And but I don't know, no complaints. They're both really good and they are very friendly. They are very down to earth. And they try hard a lot. So it's a pleasure for me to work with both of them.
Yes, very good. Um, could you tell me about your transition from player to coach, considering that it's your first team? You went from assistant to head coach.
Hmm Transition has been quite easy. Main part is that I'm not good at using like spreadsheets and like systemizing everything. That's something I'm kind of working on. But at the same time, I'm also not, you know, I kind of like to do it a little bit differently with the team than others. So I'm not just developing kind of like how I want the team to look and how we do the day to day and how much like spreadsheet and presentation we want to use and stuff like that. Just I guess the logistical side is what I'm trying to say is like the thing that I'm like unsure of at the moment that I'm trying to like learn and also figure out what is the best because I don't think it has been solved by other people. So I'm also trying to figure out what I think would be optimal. So yeah, logistics, I would say.
Yeah, and the regular season is for fine tuning things for playoff. And how does the team feel about qualifying and being able to fight for the title?
I think we feel very good. Everyone's pretty relieved. We were, of course, hoping to, not even have to fight for our lives. But, here we are. I think people feel good. I think people feel that we're improving. I think people have the feeling that we can win, or the players, that we can win any game. Even if we're a bit behind, we play as a team. We know how to play. And we know kind of what to do in different situations. And yeah, even when we get behind, we're actually not an easy team to beat now. So yeah, I think people can play and feel confident in each other and in our game. So I think people feel good right now.
Yeah, and what do you team consider is the stronger for the beat in the playoff?
Excuse me. What
Which team do you consider is the strongest in the playoff?
the strongest team in playoffs?
Say yeah.
I think the strongest team is C9. And I thought EG would be the second team. That would be like the main competitor for us. So yeah, but EG has been looking shaky recently. The reason I say that is because the teams that have been carried by Koreans like FlyQuest and GG, they're kind of downscaling now a bit because they're like practicing the same environment as everyone else, so they don't have like that edge that they have when they just come in. So yeah, I think C9 probably the strongest team, and then like I would say EG is the one that I would predict to do the best in playoffs after C9 if you don't account for us.
Good. And the last one, the playoff and the final will be broadcasted in Spanish for Latin. Do you have any written message or anything you like to say to the fans in our region?
Um, Yeah, I guess yeah. Just I'm happy that I guess it's broadcast to you guys as well. The Spanish speaking broadcast always hype. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, I like Spanish speaking broadcasts. Like I once played the final when Ibar was casting. It was very cool. And I would also just like to, yeah, just I'm happy that they want to watch LCS in Spanish, and I'm hopeful that we'll make it there, and I'm also thankful for anyone who will cheer for our team. No problem, man. Nice to meet you too.